Do you want to learn how to get people to like you? Do you want to learn how to be more easily able to influence others and lead others and still be liked and not resented? If so, you need this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. Actually, you don't need the book. I'm going to tell you the key principles. Here we go. Welcome to the Executive Mom Show. Today's topic is this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book is a gem, but it is so hard to read. It is too hard to read. You don't have time to read it. Too many stories. What's the point? I'm going to tell you what the point is. There are 4 key takeaways, and then I'm going to go deep on some other things in another video, but I'm going to give you the 4 big ones here. So big picture, this book is about human relations and relationships. Lucky for you, I am an HR executive. I have seen these things play out. I know this is true, and people are now doing this stuff, okay? This isn't wild tricks. We're not doing anything dishonest. It's actually quite lovely. It's teaching you how to be lovely and much more likable, and people need this, especially women. The more successful we get, the less we are liked as women. Men, the more successful they get, the more that they're liked. This is not fair. Totally not fair. This is a handicap for women, and so this book is going to help you, and we need to help each other to overcome this. So again, this book is going to help anyone who works with others, even if you're a zookeeper. If you work at the zoo, you work with people, okay? Not just the monkeys. You're going to be working with the people at the zoo coming to see the monkeys, okay? And talent is not what makes people successful. What makes people successful is being liked by other people and being easy to work with. That is a fact. Talent is not going to be the key to your success. It's human relationships. All right? Are you an introvert? I am too. I get so burnt out by people sometimes, but guess what? You got to buck up and get over it and figure out how to get along with others if success is your goal. So here we go. This book is divided into a few parts. So we are actually going to cover those 4 key areas. So number 1 is the fundamental techniques you need to know in human relations on how to deal with people. Here's the big idea, right? There's a bunch of chapters in the book for this part 1. The big idea is focus on the other person and their wants, not yours. Bait the hook that suits the fish. That's the goal, okay? It's about their wants, not yours. Get over yourself, okay? So that is the fundamental, basic, big idea in this book. Part 2 is 6 ways to make people like you. So I'm actually going to just go over those 6 right now so that you have something tangible and you can take this away, because these are helpful. You know these. These are actually common sense and you know they're true, but yet no one's doing it. Why aren't we doing it? Because we forget, right? We're busy. We have things we want to get done. So here's number 1. Principle number 1. If you do this, you will be welcome anywhere. Be genuinely interested in other people. If you want to be interesting, be interested in others, okay? Now, principle number 2 is to smile. Any language, any culture, a smile is good. Go ahead and smile. Now, there is a fine line, ladies. You don't want to overdo it because you can look less intelligent. However, in general, when you're starting with someone, give them a big smile. Big smile. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. It's a wonderful feeling. Give a big smile, okay? Number 3 is a person's name to that person is the most important and beautiful sound in any language. Use people's names. My favorite thing to do is at the end of every single call, I will use their name. I will say, Joe, thank you so much. This was really helpful. I'll see you soon. Starting the meeting, use their names. Hi, Joe. How you doing today? Use their names. Are you giving a presentation? Are you co-presenting? Use their names. Oh, as Joe just mentioned, blah, 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 blah. He is going to light up like a Christmas tree. It feels so good to hear your name. Principle number 4 is be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves, okay? It'll be the most interesting conversation they've had in years, okay? The only person who does this for me is my mom, okay? And guess what? I call my mom every day to talk about myself because she is the only one who will listen to me. And I love her for it. I love her for it. Do you want someone so anxious to call you every single day like I call my mom? Be that person. Let them talk about themselves and always switch the conversation back to them and just let them run their mouth. It'll be the best conversation they've had all day. Principle number 5 is to talk in terms of the other person's interests. This sounds similar to the first one. However, really think about what are they interested in, what do they want to talk about. So my husband, for example, it's super simple. It's golf or it's cars. Okay, if I want his attention and I need anything from him, golf and cars are my way into that, into his heart, really. So it's simple as that. Find out what they want and talk to them about those things. So number 6, how do you get someone to like you instantly? This is a good one. People don't know this. People do not know this, okay? If you want someone to like you instantly, make them feel important and do it sincerely, okay? Everybody wants to feel important. So, ask yourself, here's how you do it. You ask yourself, what is it about him or her that I can honestly admire? Okay? And this is about respect and making them feel important. You can use little things such as, oh, I'm sorry to trouble you. Would you please? Would you mind? Thank you. Always show respect, no matter who they are, what their job is. People want to be respected and feel important. Their time is important. Don't waste people's time, no matter what. Now, what do you get out of it? When you make someone feel important and respected, you get a good feeling too. You get this feeling that you did something great, that, you helped boost someone that day. It's a great feeling and it's good for you too. So it's kind of a double whammy there. All right. So those are the six things on how to make people like you. Now part 3 goes into 12 ways on how to influence. I am going to do a separate video just on that because you need to know all the 12 principles, and there's too many for you to keep all this straight now. Just work with the first 6 of how to get people to like you. And then step 2 can be figuring out how to influence them and change their way. How he titles it in the book is how to win people to your way of thinking. Now here's the big idea. I will tell you the big idea. I will explain in this other video how to win an argument. Don't have one. Or don't let the other person know you're having an argument. If you want to win, you avoid arguments like you avoid snakes, and you're still going to be influencing people. That is the big takeaway. Again, there are 12 key principles. I will go into detail on exactly how you do it and exactly the steps, but that is the big idea. If you want to win or you want to influence others, don't have arguments because everybody loses. And I have a fun story to tell you about that as well. Part 4 is 9 ways to be a leader without people resenting you. So how do you get folks to follow you? Nobody likes to be told what to do. So how do you be a leader and still be well liked and have people who actually want to follow you? Especially as a woman, this is really tricky. So I will go over that in detail, but here's the big idea. Don't tell people what to do. You need to create a want within them so that they want to do the work. They want to do the thing. All right. And I will share very specific strategies on how to do this. I'm going to give you one example right now of what I did to my son. Okay. This works with your kids. This is excellent for kids for sure. So I want my son to have a clean room. That is my want. What does my son want? He wants to watch iPad. He wants to watch iPad, okay? And it's limited. He's not always allowed to do it. So what do? When he asks me, hey mom, can I watch iPad? If it's one of those moments where he can watch iPad, I have a rule in the house that if you want to watch iPad, your room must be clean. Okay? That's actually a rule for anything. If you want to do anything, your room must be clean. So guess what? My son now always wants his room to be clean because he wants to watch iPad. He wants to go to the park. He wants. He knows that the rule is that his room must be clean before he can do iPad or anything else. So actually, I've created a want for him to clean his room. It works like magic. You can do something like this in the workplace, right? I will give you specific strategies and tips, but I have created this desire. I don't even ask my son to clean his room ever. Never. His room is always clean because he knows that's kind of the base camp of what he has to do to get whatever else he wants. So you run that wave of want and he wants it for himself. All right. So those are the 4 key things. Here's my biggest takeaway. If you got to take away kind of from the whole entire book, if you had to kind of take away one thing, it is get off of yourself. You need to get off of yourself and focus on the other person and what they want. Be interested in others and they will be interested in you, as I am repeating from the beginning. That is the biggest takeaway, and people do not do that. This is interesting. This was not in the book, but there was a study on popularity. It wasn't the prettiest kid. It wasn't the best athlete. It wasn't the funniest kid. Who was the most popular kid? The most popular kid in high school, this was a high school study, was the kid who actually liked the most people. Isn't that interesting? The most popular kid was the kid who liked the most people, because the most people then liked him. In this study, it was a boy. So it's really interesting, and I don't agree with 100%. I don't agree with 100% of all the tips that are written in this book. Again, this was written for men. It was written by a man for men in the 1930s. It's been revised. I think in the 70s it was revised. I don't agree 100%. I don't know if this is 100% going to work for women, but I do, when I go deep, put a little bit of twists on these takeaways so that it can work great for women. Now, what is the amazing thing? Because you have to get over yourself. Again, I highlight one of my favorite products that I use every single day. This is not sponsored. These are just little things that add value to my life that I think other working moms would enjoy too. So because you're going to have to get over yourself while you're trying to implement this, you're going to need a really good mirror. So this is a Conair mirror. This is for the shower. I use this every single day in the shower. My husband uses it to shave his face. I shave my face. That's for another day. Ladies, you should shave your face. It's good for exfoliation. I'm going to show you how to do it, but you should be shaving your face. So you need this mirror in order to do that. My son uses this to make sure all the shampoo, he's doing his own hair, he makes sure all the shampoo is out of his hair. This will break. I've dropped it. It will break. So you have to be a little bit careful, but that doesn't break every time. I've dropped this quite a few times, but I did break one of them. So I hope this is helpful. What do you think? Did you read this book? Did you get a different big takeaway? I would love to hear. Put it in the comments below. Help the other women out. We need to be successful and work together just like the men do. Have a lovely day. Mwah.